Willie loved football, but there was a problem. He didn't have any boots. He couldn't afford them. Willie went eagerly to the practice sessions every week. He ran and chased and harried, but no one passed the ball to him. He was never picked for the team. One evening, when Willie was walking home past the old pie factory, he saw someone kicking a ball around. The stranger was wearing old-fashioned soccer gear, like the clothes Willie remembered his dad wearing. But he was good, very good. Willie watched for a while, and when the ball came over to him, he kicked it back. They played silently together, passing the ball to and fro. Then the stranger did something very odd. He unlaced his boots, took them off, and without saying a word, he handed them to Willie. Willie stared at them with wonder. When he looked up, no one was there. Taking great care not to step on any cracks in the pavement, Willie carried the boots home. He cleaned and polished them until they looked new. Then he went slowly upstairs, counting every step, 16, washed his hands and face very thoroughly, brushed his teeth for exactly 4 minutes, put on his pajamas, always the top first, always with 4 buttons fastened, used the lavatory, and dived into bed. He had to be in bed before the flushing stopped, for who knows what would happen if he wasn't. Every morning he repeated all these actions in reverse. Every morning. For the next football practice, Willie proudly took along his boots. But the other players weren't exactly impressed. Until they saw him play. Wearing the old boots, Willie was fantastic. When the captain pinned up the team for next Saturday's match, Willie could hardly believe his eyes. He was so pleased that he ran all the way home, being very careful not to step on the cracks. Every day, Willie wore his boots and practiced shooting, dribbling, passing and heading. He got better and better. Willie was sure his boots were magic. Every evening, Willie wore his boots and went back to the old pie factory. There was something curiously familiar about the stranger, which made Willie want to see him again. But he was never there. On Friday night, Willie went through his usual bedtime routine. He went slowly upstairs, counting every step, still 16, washed his hands and face very thoroughly, brushed his teeth for exactly 4 minutes, put on his pajamas, the top first with 4 buttons fastened, used the lavatory, and dived into bed before the flushing stopped. Phew! But Willie was too excited to sleep. even when he drifted off, he spent an uncomfortable night dreaming of disasters. In the morning, he woke up with a start. It was 9:45 and the match started at 10. He leaped out of bed, threw on his clothes, raced down the stairs and dashed out of the door. Willie ran all the way to the football ground. When he got there, the other players were already changed. The captain threw Willie his kit, and he put it on. Then the awful thought struck him. He had forgotten his boots. Someone found him another pair. You don't understand, he said, but the team had already gone onto the pitch. The crowd's roar turned to laughter when Willie emerged from the dressing room. Willie grinned, but inside he felt angry. The game started. Willie was amazed how fast it was. Within minutes, the opposition had scored. 1-0. From the restart, the ball shot out to Willie on the wing. He hadn't time to think. He just ran with the ball at his feet. Willie was magic. The ball seemed to be attached to him by an invisible thread. He dribbled past 3 opponents and sent in a perfect cross. Goal! It seemed that Willie could do no wrong. Every time he got the ball, the opposition was mesmerised. The teams were very evenly matched. With seconds to go, the score was still 1-1. The ball was passed to Willie in defence. He beat one player, then another, and another, and another, until he'd got past the whole team. Only the goalkeeper to beat. The keeper was huge, and the net looked tiny. Could Willie do it? He could. The crowd was spellbound as Willie conjured up the perfect shot. Goal! Willie the Wizard! Willie the Wizard! Chanted the crowd. Later, on the way home, Willie thought about the boots and the stranger, and he smiled.